Good afternoon, everyone. Again, crucial match this is. We're going to be in this tournament, both the teams fighting for those points here to move up the ranks in the points table. You see, just the toss has happened. We'll be starting off quickly in few moments, in few minutes. But again, this is going to be very exciting first 45 minutes, first half. We have seen how important it is to get the lead early on. You can see both the teams getting ready. There you go. The match is about to start. Just a few moments away from the kickoff. Both the teams looking really fresh, warmed up. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out for them. Here you go. The match has started. And in the first half, let's see which of the teams can get an advantage in terms of scoring that first goal. Moving closer, almost looking like that they were very close in terms of scoring that first goal. And that's what the advantage is. You want to take in as early as you can. Once the match has started, you want to score the first goal, irrespective of the situation you are in. And the idea behind it is to get the advantage, is to get the lead. Cross comes in, keeper there almost looking certain to stop the ball. Now to the opposite side. And both the teams, if you look at, and they've gotten really close in terms of scoring the first goals. If you look at both the units, they've gotten extremely close. Excellent work. It was done by the player, but till the time it was intercepted by the opposition. Moving forward now to the other side. Cross comes in and header in response. So looking, and they have lost it. They've lost it a very sensitive position. The defense unit suddenly they have gotten active in terms of getting the ball back, and they'll push things away. Passes the ball back. Possession is now with the men in blue. SCB passed on quickly. intercepted, and back to his teammate, back to the midfield of SUFC. Passes the ball back. Now the idea behind is to move forward. They got a very good chance earlier on, a few minutes back, when there was a wrong pass. I think that could have been converted into that first goal, but still trying to do that. The idea is to get the first goal as early as you can. Long pass by the keeper. It's the long shot. Running behind, as you can say, they have got it back. They have got it back in time. But still, it comes back to SCB. Now they're moving forward. Defense unit covering in. Cross will be expected. Irrespective of the cross, it was something else that the player tried. Didn't go in his way. Didn't go in his team's way. Will be a throw in for SCB. And they are close off the target they want to score in. Still with them. So the idea behind that extra push has turned out well for SUFC. They have pushed things back onto the other side. It's going to be a throw in now, this time for SUFC. And for them, it's important to keep the ball on that side, keep the ball on the left of the field right now. Moving forward, and there's no one to collect that assist straight to the keeper. Even back to the defense unit of SCB. That's a long pass, which was intercepted quickly by SUFC, and they'll again try to do the same thing. But they have lost at a very crucial time. There's no defense unit. They have charged in, and that will be the first goal. Minor error that has costed them into a goal. One wrong pass, and that's enough for the opposition to take an advantage and convert it into the goal. We have seen the first one early, just in the 6th minute. Coming in, SCB taking the lead now. And most of the times we have seen that in this tournament, once you get an advantage in terms of the scoreline, you always ends up commanding the game. Same will be approached. Same will be approached by SUFC. They'll be looking to do what the opposition has done already. If you look at BFC, Bengaluru FC, now moving forward in search of another goal. In search of another goal, and there you go. Foul signal by the referee at the sidelines. We straight away yellow card given also could have turned out to be a very major injury had it been connected. But not the case, and I think it turns out to be a free kick from that side. Yes, a free kick coming up. Pass comes in time. That's Student Union FC in white, Bengaluru FC in blue. At this moment, it's the Bengaluru FC who are with an advantage. Can Students Union, can they equal it out? Can they equalize the score line? Back to the keeper. Passes it quickly, and again, they've been very good in terms of handling the ball really well. I think that's been the advantage of Bengaluru FC. If you look at the entire gameplay so far, they've seen 8-9 minutes of play. They have tried again, taken another shot from the distance. This one was on target, but the keeper was attentive and ready to stop it. Long pass comes in from the distance. Again, this time, again they've gotten close, but they've just lost the position, and difficult to say whose fault it was, but I think it will be SUFC will be slightly relieved by what has just happened. Otherwise, I think it was BFC who was always looking in command in terms of scoring their second goal also. Again, and this time you can straight away see was a call given there by the ref. I'm back with BFC goalkeeper. Turns out to be very much effective for everyone right there. Goes into the distance. Header comes in response and was passed straight back. Probably in time also to keep that in control. Gotten really close, but now I think it will turn out to be. Oh, no, it isn't. For a second, I thought it will definitely go over the line and will be a throw in, but they still somehow manage to keep it inside the play area. Goalkeeper stops it quickly, will try to throw it onto the other side, or he will look to pass it to his player. He passes it. Again, it's BFC who are getting close to the goal. Cross expected, and again, not with a lot of precision there. Was it deflected by something? I think if it was, then it's going to be a corner kick. And looking at what is happening right there, I think it's going to be a corner. Yes, corner coming up. They've already scored the first goal. Idea will be to score the second one, probably in the likes of a header. Was a decent connection there. But in terms of header, probably off target. That's what we have seen. Back with SUFC. Students Union FC. They'll be looking to score their first goal also to keep this match alive. Still, we are very early in this phase, so difficult to say that the match is over. But the kind of control you are seeing from BFC and the kind of opportunities they are building regularly always gives you an idea that this is can be the equalizer. Great work. Just halfway down my sentence, realized that okay, this was probably the best chance that SUFC Students Union FC got in the last 10 minutes to score the goal. They got really close, to be honest, and they'll be looking to do that more often so that out of all these chances, at least few times they can convert it into a goal and get the lead. Stops it in the middle. It's going to be a throw in. Back with BFC, moving forward, moving closer with the pass that was intercepted by one of the defenders of SUFC, Students Union FC. Great day there. Conditions look absolutely pristine. Nice time in the year, especially in Bengaluru. In the winters, if you can get some sunlight, it's probably best for everyone, for the viewers, for even the players. To have a proper atmosphere to play in. You can see a lot of players also from the sidelines having a look at the game. It's the BFC are looking to go for the second one. How well can they pass the ball is the question. This was intercepted as I mentioned it. So it goes to the other side. And the idea is now to counter attack. They've got everything in control. Goalkeeper again having a lot of belief in his footwork also. So just passes the ball back to his team. Again moving closer. Still the possession is with BFC. Here to score the first goal. That was converted really well. Cross comes in again. Header from SUFC pushes it onto the other side. Still with BFC after that interception. And that's one thing we have seen. I think that's been the USP of the gameplay. The kind of retention of the ball we have seen from BFC is something that clearly gives you an idea why it's BFC who have the advantage here in the first few minutes. They've got the goal earlier on. Moving forward. Moving forward, SUFC also now chance to score their first goal. Oh, this is the second time. This is the second time they've gotten inches close in terms of scoring that goal, but ends up missing it. Passes the ball back, missed by everyone. Turns out to be a throw in. Be interesting to see. I think it will be SUFC who will go ahead to throw the ball back. But as we are getting closer here in the first half, getting to the first 20 minutes, BFC looking in complete command. On the other side, if you look at SUFC, Students Union FC, they've gotten really close in terms of their chances that they have gotten. So they might not have scored enough chances, but twice they've gotten close, you can say. And those two times they were inches close. That's been the difference. So in terms of the amount of times you have seen, the goal scoring ability from BFC is much higher, but in terms of closeness, I think it was SUFC who have gotten much closer in those two opportunities. I think those two should have been two goals, but again, talking about closeness, they also got really close. Passes the ball quickly, keeps it with him. Possession now. It's the free kick now with BFC. Already they have scored the first goal. And the attempt will be to get closer. They've gotten closer here. Excellent assist. Excellent assist. All defenders in line, and I think have they scored the second one? I think they have. But looking at the reaction of entirety, was it an offside? Yeah, I think that was. No, it isn't. It is the goal. That's what we are talking about. Because had it been an offside, the call would have come very early, but not to be. But there were no proper celebrations, so that made us think that probably they have missed it, but not the case. Very nonchalant in terms of their celebration. Now this advantage, this lead is sizable with two goals up. It's not going to be easy at all. And BFC is just now trying to knock the game out from SUFC. They've been very attacking in terms of their approach. They haven't been, so to speak, very defensive in terms of what the mindset is. They've clearly shown what they want to do in this game, and they are doing it consistently. That's one good thing. So they have come with a plan, and more importantly, you can see a unity in that plan. Everyone is trying to achieve the same thing, and once a team starts doing that, automatically the chances of their success is much higher than the opposition who is still figuring out. Talking about figuring out, they've gotten close. Just over, just fingertips. Fingertips there, hits the pole, comes back onto the ground. Takes it close. Should have been the first goal. Thrice now has been the case where they've gotten extremely close in terms of scoring the goal. Scoreline could have been 3-2. It looks 0-2 right now. Getting close to the mid of the first half. That's the call. That's the call that you expect from the ref. So it's going to be a free kick right away. And a free kick from a very interesting distance. They'll be looking to keep it in control, keep it inside the box, so there are more chances of converting the goal by probably a header. Yeah, that's what that was the approach, but they have gone into a different direction altogether. Difficult to say who has the position right now, but whoever had it has just blown the chances. If it was SAFC, otherwise, yeah, I think it was BFC who threw the ball, who kicked the ball over the line. So it's going to be a corner kick now for SUFC. Corner comes in, deflected well. BFC defense unit at its best. They've taken the ball away. So they have taken the ball out from the danger area of the players down. One of the players down, and the referee comes in quickly. He'll be needing some assistance. Still, the possession is with the men in blue, is with Bengaluru FC, who definitely has been one of the best teams in the tournament also. And they are clearly showing to everyone why they have been the best, even in the past games we have seen. And that's very inspiring for other teams also to learn from. It is again BFC who are moving forward in search of their third goal. So it was deflected towards the outside line. So that means it can be a corner. Should be a corner kick. Yes, a corner kick coming up. That's going to be very interesting. Will this be the third goal of the match? Corner comes in. Possession, to be honest, is with BFC, but the danger area is already gone. But they're still very close. They're still really close in terms of scoring that goal. But that header, the deflection there, keeps them away from that positioning. Chance now of scoring the goal. Excellent work from the goalkeeper. This was probably the closest chance they got in the last few minutes. This could have well been the third goal of the match for BFC, for Bengaluru FC. Quickly taking drinks, starting off in a minute back. After the drinks, quickly starting off the remaining time here in the first half. BFC and SUFC takes the shot from the distance. Goalkeeper there just somehow manages to stop it, but in response, the counter kick that was taken was not on target. Like they want to keep this very simple. Their idea will be every time the game restarts, we need to score goals. Every time the ball goes into that direction, we need to bring it back and try to put it in the goal course that is targeted. That's as simple as you would like. And that somehow keep the game interesting at the same time, very entertaining for everyone. And even for the opposition, it's difficult to keep up with that intensity. A good shot that was played. BFC, they have tried few different things again and again. Still with SUFC. The possession now. And there are four players colliding with each other in terms of stealing the ball. Who wants to take the possession? And this time it's looks like SUFC. They got the ball back, but now again intercepted by BFC. And it's BFC who have counter attacked, moving forward. Only two defenders I can see in the frame. Cross comes in, and that's what has happened with them on every occasion. Looks like another goal to us. That is another goal. Cut, copy, paste. Thrice we have seen that. It's the third goal for BFC, second for the player. He looks happy. He looks elated. as consistent as you would like, as consistent as you would like. That's what we have seen with them on various occasions. Two goals in quick succession, two goals probably in less than 3 minutes. 4-0 in the first half is something that no one expected. And looking at how things are turning out, I don't think so. There's any more life left, at least in this half. You never know what's going to happen in the next. But down and out SUFC, the morale will definitely be down. This has turned out to be a fairly one sided half. You can say one sided game also. And that's pure domination and destruction from BFC, how they have moved ahead. Definitely they got their chances, which they were not able to convert. But in response, really like the mindset of the men in blue, that's BFC. It's still with them. Possession is with them. Throws the ball, SUFC. And for them, it will be some sort of relief if they can just open up the tally by scoring that first goal. And they know, and they will definitely have an understanding that they also got their chances. It becomes very important how you take your, how you convert it, and how you move forward with them. It was Setro who scored that recent goal, the last one. That's what the game plan is. Header comes in play. Throw in for SUFC. Search of that first goal still continues. Header comes in play. Ball is out of the danger area. And this has been the fashion in which we have seen most of the goals being scored in this match. In terms of whenever they've got a chance to counter attack, BFC have done it and they have scored the goal. Excellent work, you can say, by the defense unit. Excellent timing of that slide, and that keeps it away from the opposition. Again, as you can see, this has been the story. Once they get a chance, once they get an opening, they quickly rush back, and they clearly have been clinical in that. Excellent assist. Just want to get it, and you can certainly see they caused a lot of panic in that area. Throw in starts. SUFC gets a try this time. Moving forward. So there you go. Idea now is to keep things interesting. Looking to attack, they're looking to make things even. Possession, more importantly, is with BFC, so nothing to worry about at this moment. If you look at the scoreline also, and if you are the supporters of Bengaluru FC, you will be very pleased and settled in and understanding that okay, this game is not going any away. If you look at, they are now trying to find an opening, they are trying to bring the opposition closer, and then suddenly with that long pass they want to create the same thing that has happened. Almost they did that again, but this time there was one defender available who just somehow intersected that pass. Few minutes away from finishing the first half. Trying to do the same thing. That's what we have talked about. Cross comes in whenever from that distance, always gets very, very interesting. And now it's the opposition who are trying to do the same thing. They are looking to counter attack, but in terms of the pace, they were slightly slower. And by the time you can see, entire defense unit is just ready in terms of providing that barricade protection. In just 44 minutes, we have seen 4 goals. The latest coming around 35 minutes. But they have been clever. They have always one step ahead, definitely, from SUFC. You can say that. I think that will be the statement I want to summarize this entire half with. So that's what we have seen at regular intervals. How they have tried, how they have thought of gameplay. At this moment, you see number 26 coming out, number 30 in place of him will be joining SUFC. A very late substitute we are seeing in the first half. At the end of the first half, want to try something different. Looks like there will be few minutes of extra time, but definitely not a lot as we are getting closer. If you look at BFC, they won't be looking to do anything different in the second half. They'll be trying to do the same thing in the same manner, and that's what it looks like at this moment to me. You want to keep basics intact. You want to keep everything as simple as you would like. Already just coming up close to 45 minutes. Both the teams having a fight on that who will have the possession this moment. It is with SUFC, and you never know, in split second it gets passed to the other team. Be interesting to see how much of an extra time is provided right now to this match. Yes, 1 minute signal, so not a lot. As we mentioned, 4-0 the scoreline will probably be the story of the first half, as there's not a lot of time left in this half. Moving forward, it's clearly outperformed. And there you go, straight away. This can be costly. This can be costly, as it has happened in the inner D. That means Probably a penalty. And if it is, then definitely a chance to go one goal, to score their opening goal as you finish the first half. And after this, I don't think so there will be any extra time. This is the final moment of the first half. Chance of getting their first goal before finishing the first half. This is like a golden opportunity for SUFC. Here we go. Penalty coming up. 4-0 the scoreline. Definitely can be 4-1. It is going to be 4-1 as you finish the first half.
Number 9.
That's the scoreline that you are going to see once we are back. And that was something no one would have expected. Clearly surprised everyone. And with that, the first half comes to an end. BFC 4, SUFC 1 with that penalty kick. We'll be taking a breather and we'll be back with the second half. Stay tuned, everyone. Ready with the second half. And what a way to come back. Coming up, free kick, this time for BFC. Just at the end of the first half, we saw a penalty kick converting into a goal for SUFC. And this time it looks like a free kick option for BFC. And that too from a very sensitive area. I think that has gone into the goal. That has gone into the goal. Every time they have tried to score a goal on majority of the occasions, they have turned out to be victorious. Probably the fifth goal, I guess. Fifth goal in total for BFC, sixth of the match. How good you can be. 5-1 is the scoreline right now. Nothing can get better. That's what you wanted to see. Interesting play. Interesting gameplay in total. Will that be a harsh call? No, it isn't. That turns out to be the story. Turns out to be a free kick that was converted into almost a goal. Half a chance, I'll say. But again, BFC quickly having a control back on the situation. But now SUFC back with the possession. Goalkeeper also attentive, so he makes no mistake. He's down also, so you'll need some assistance right now. Having a quick word. Let's see what has just happened in the last few minutes. It was Mohammed Abrash who scored the goal, 47th minute, with that free kick, with that excellent free kick. By the time keeper just getting some treatment. Position is with BFC, and the idea will be to score a few more goals before finishing the game. Looks like. Get the ball back. and it's going to be a throw in. Game resumes again. Always very interesting to see. Whenever you are seeing a game of BFC, you are always expecting a lot of action, a lot of attacking football. But this one has so far turned out to be a one sided event. Yes, you have seen a goal incoming of a penalty, but other than that, if you look at the other side, BFC they are miles ahead at this moment. Always looking to be the better team, and that's again the difference you see in the mindset of this team in comparison to any other. Always very interesting, always fun to watch. Passes it, and goalkeeper also has done an excellent job because, yes, coming back to the chances that SUFC got, the defense unit and the goalkeeper, more importantly, have done a very good job in defending those. Otherwise, the scoreline could have been very close. But because you can see great work has been there from the defense unit also, it looks so good. That was not the best pass. By the time the player got close, it was goalkeeper who was already in line to stop it. You want to throw in quickly. That's what you expect. Passes the ball again, moving forward. Moving forward right now. That's again really close. Will be a throw in once more. Just a header before going over the line. Header comes in quickly. You want to keep the ball away from that area as a BFC player. You don't want to keep it near your goal post. One of the players down. One of the players down. Idea to score the goal was not converted, but looks like it can be a corner kick for sure. A substitute coming in. I think the goalkeeper is being replaced. Yes, the goalkeeper is out. New one comes in. Very rarely you see that. Talk about getting close. It's SCFC who have gotten really close again and again on most of the occasions, but this was now time for SUFC to get ahead and score that goal, but just somehow being intercepted right now. BFC takes the position back, moving forward, moving towards their target. That's what they've been doing for a long time. But this time, goalkeeper just gets better of it. He's a new goalkeeper. He's much more energetic. He's fresh. Puts in the dive at the right time and stops it. Moving forward there, passes it nicely, passes it quickly. Throw in for Bengaluru FC. Passes it back to the goalkeeper. He gives it to the defender. Not the right pass. Turns out to be a throw in for SUFC. Yeah, this becomes interesting now. SUFC moving forward, looking closer, looking closer. And there you go. Somehow finding a way to get the ball back. Always interesting. Moving forward right now, it's BFC. Their objective was to score the goal. Hasn't been the case as it was cleared onto the other side by the opposition. Substitute coming in for BFC also now as the time is passing by. You want to try out few different things. You're already moving way ahead in the game. So that's something you always want to do. Number 22 coming in place of number 15. BFC very nonchalant at this moment. They have been very calm, more importantly. And once you have the advantage, it turns out to be even more natural. Your gameplay turns out to be well. You are not under pressure, so you are not focusing on survival. You are focusing on how to dominate. And these are few things that remain intact in all the facets of the life, in all the sports you play, whether it's individual or it's team sport. Don't want to be playing with a lot of pressure unless you have Virat Kohli. But jokes apart, players who try to keep the pressure away, teams who try to keep the pressure away are the team that have been most successful. If you look at Australia in cricket, if you look at Madrid in football, they're the teams that don't really care about how pressure is going to play a role. You want to keep that aside. You don't want to be affected by it, and it's not as easy as it is said, but that's what you train for. You don't want to focus on things that take the game away from you. Number 6 in place of number 18. Few substitutes coming in already. We are in the 61st minute. Less than 30 minutes in the play. Free kick turning out to be. It's for BFC. Beg your pardon, it's for SUFC. 5-1 is the scoreline right now. And they've posted onto the other side. Just ensuring that who gets the ball first. A lot of players in that ring in terms of snatching the ball away. Turns out to be an offside, I guess. Otherwise, we would have seen sixth goal from BFC, but turns out to be an offside, and that was probably the fair call. Also, moving forward, and you can just sense the morale of the team of SUFC down completely. BFC is way ahead in this game, way ahead in the tournament also, and you expect that from teams like BFC, who again comes in with a lot of repetition of probably being the team that has very crucial players from the circuit, and also experience comes in a lot more handy in these situations when you are playing a long tournament like this one. And with that injury scare, a lot of players have rushed into the referee and they are asking a lot of questions. It's a very difficult job, to be honest. If you look at the officials part, whether it's cricket, whether it's football, whether it's badminton, as an official, are always under scrutiny, whether you have made the right decisions or not, whether you are attentive or not. So all these factors comes in play, and that's the reason why I don't think so. Uh, we give enough credit to the officials for officiating the game and ensuring we see probably the best game that's available, especially in football where everything is happening so rapidly, and you have to be quick, attentive in probably in every aspect. One of the most difficult parts is to be sure of the decision you're making. I think these are the things that normally goes under the radar of probably most of the people who are watching the sport. All eyes are on the players at max and the managers, but I think we haven't given enough credit to the officials. Even in this match, you can see again the way they have officiated the entire match has been really good. Keeper quickly collects it. BFC tried to go for a lofted pass on that occasion. Idea was to probably keep it near the goal post, but at the time, goalkeeper collected it properly. Long pass again. Goalkeeper makes no mistake, jumps in time and stops it into the middle. Will be looking to pass it back, asking the players to be around, to be attentive that I have the ball, be ready for the pass. That's what the signal was of the goalkeeper. Oh, the player is down and looks like an impact. That's probably on the heavier side. We'll wait for the physio to have an eye on that. 5-1 so far, the scoreline of this match. Quick throw comes in, and as you see the possession with BFC, always looking in control, entering into the later half, probably the later half of this innings. If you look at on the second half, we are just touching the 70th minute. Turns out to be the scoreline that was there at the start of this half, because the penalty that was taken was just around that 46th 47th minute. So we saw that fifth goal very early. So still the scoreline looks the same. We have gone past 20 25 minutes. Almost you can say SUFC with that second goal looked close, looked confident. BFC, is it? Is it the sixth goal? There you come, the defender. He's the one who is responsible for the save. And that's the reason why the goalkeeper can just give a pat on his back. But you have done an excellent job, because it was always looking like you're seeing the sixth goal, because the goalkeeper got into a position from where it was very difficult to return to stop the ball. Corner kick is now coming in. In the meantime, the physio will also rush in to have a look at the player, at the defender of SUFC. Eyeing on the sixth goal, BFC, as we enter in the last 20 minutes of the play. Comes in, comes into the box. The header was not on target as it goes on to the other side. Looks like a corner kick once again. This time from the other side, from the left of the goal coast. Getting ready for a different angle now. BFC with a second corner kick in a matter of 1 minute. Students Union FC will be hoping that this might not go into the box, but it goes into the nettings. All that hope has gone down into a well as that flat pass, flat corner taken, gets in really close, and the header was also on target, bullseye. Turns out to be the sixth goal. Everything happened so rapidly. Was not a lot of air in that cross. It was flat. It was belted in form of a header by the player into the nettings. Sixth one for BFC. In total, we have seen 7 goals. In the meantime, it's drinks for both the teams. Getting closer, getting closer. Another goal. Seventh one for BFC. Just after the rings, as you see the proceedings in total, it has been a one-sided event. 4 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second, and we are still left with few minutes. But everything happening so rapidly that SUFC, I don't think so, are able to cope with all of the pressure that's coming from the other side. BFC bouncing back again and again after every goal, scoring another one. Idea was to score another. BFC will look to do the same thing. They are looking to do the same thing again. Possession is still with them. Possession is still with them this time. Goalkeeper stops it. And if you look at the amount of possession the men in blue have, I think majority of the times they've held the position. Probably over 60-70%. So that's, I think, something that just shows you why they have been so successful. Passes the ball back and keeps it with them. Long hop comes in. It's the goalkeeper who collects it quickly. Now the players down, one of the players down. But good to see the camaraderie we are seeing. Roughly around, you'll say 15-20 minutes that are there left in this game. It's going to be a free kick from the other side, from SUFC. Free kick comes in, and that's well over, well off the target. The story continues, the game continues here. Short pass back to BFC. You want to go to the other side. You don't want to keep the ball near your goal post. That's what we have noticed. But they've gotten really close again. I think there was no one there to pass the ball. Could have tried something different, but keeping in mind what the scoreline is, I think it will be nitpicking. It will be expecting too much from the team. It gives a very clear picture of how you want to play a football game. This team tells you that this is the way you want to play the game. Last few minutes remaining. One of the players down. Already you'll see. And I think they'll be calling in physio, or looks like I think he's all right. Yeah, he is back on his feet, so doesn't look like he's in any sort of problem. Gets it close, and gets it over this time. Goes over the sideline, so it's going to be a throw in. Number 35 in place of number 21. There've been few changes, few substitutes already for both the teams. Another captain also is being replaced. Number 4 will be leading as the captain walks out. The skipper walks out. There's not a lot of time left right there in the match. Already in the 81st minute. Even if you expect that extra time, won't be a lot. How many times you have seen a lot of people near that goal post? Whether it's been the case of corner kicks or the case of free kick, penalty also happened on that side. So has been a very busy area since the start of the game. Turns out to be a penalty. 7-1 already. Looks like we are going to see 8-1 very early. Looking, eyeing at the goalkeeper. Eyeing at the goalkeeper and the bottom left corner. Takes the shot on target. It's the eighth goal, and it's now humiliation for SUFC, where they are moving forward. It's quick to react on that occasion in terms of eyeing the right area. Goes over the sidelines. And goes over the sidelines there. Having some discussions right there. Passes the ball again onto that side. Volley taken. Is it on target? I don't think so. No, it isn't. So it turns out to be a dot. Just a short pass back to his player, SUFC. Students Union FC, they'll be looking after this game that there were a lot of areas where we missed out, especially our defense unit. Especially our defense. Yes, in terms of attacking, they missed out on few occasions, but the defense, uh, there will be some questions in that. Keeping in mind the number of goals they've conceded 8 in total. There will be some questions that they will be looking to answer. Back with BFC. Moving forward right now, roughly 5 minutes before completing 90 minutes, then will be a few minutes of extra time. And that's high in the air. And back with BFC, there is one of the players. Oh, looks close. Looks like a foul to me. Will also be, I think, a yellow card given. Yes, as it was a very huge impact on the body, and the way he fell, he fell on the ground, and that looks little concerning to be honest. 8-1 the scoreline. We'll go over the sidelines, and there will be a goal kick coming up from that side. Just pure formalities left now in the game. Already the scoreline, if you can see, is 8-1, so nothing there to worry for any of the teams. Of course, it's SUFC will be thinking a lot on the improvements that can be done, but otherwise, if you look at the scoreline, BFC will be happy with the performance they've put in. They've conceded just a goal, that too in the form of penalty, otherwise, would have been 8-0. So, yeah, I think these are the things that will require a lot of improvement in terms of SUFC's setup and the mindset. It's just about to finish this game in few minutes. Already, it's more than 87. As we proceed further, with some extra minutes also added, but SCFC they've gotten twice or thrice very close, but still, I think in the second half they've conceded goal way too quickly, and this was also not on target. It was taken from some distance. Less than 2 minutes now as we enter, as we get close to the 90th minute. Cross comes in and was really well in terms of collection by the goalkeeper. I think that's been again a very big difference between these two teams. The way they have defended, the way goalkeeper of BFC has controlled the entire gameplay. I think that's something very rare to see. He has been utmost careful with his grabs. And that will go again over the sidelines. Goalkeeper is going to collect that. Entering into the 90th minute, not a lot of things to expect now. Already the result is in front. Will be interesting to see how much of extra time will be given, as we've already completed the 90 minutes quota. There were some stoppages in the middle, so keeping in mind they've given 2 minutes of extra time. Keeps it in control. Passes the ball onto the other side. SUFC in search of that second goal. They need some assistance, or the shot will be taken from the distance. Two questions. Collected there by the keeper. That's what we have talked about. The goalkeeper has been way too good, and they haven't got any chances because of him. Yes, they have tried few times, but he's always stand like a wall in front of them. Again in search. First of all, a lot of defenders in comes and takes the ball away. So that's again the story, and they are looking to counter attack now. They are looking to score the ninth goal. Panic created. The goalkeeper comes in time to collect it. Last few seconds, last few moments. BFC in search of the goal. BFC, they got really close. Slightly disappointed, but I think with that, it's the end of the match. 8-1 has been the scoreline. 4 goals in the first half, 4 goals in the second half. In response, FC, Students Union FC, they have scored one in the form of penalty. It was outclass dominance by Bengaluru FC, and it's going to be a huge advantage in terms of the way they have won this game. A lot of confidence moving forward in the tournament, and on the other side, a lot of questions, a lot of concerns for SUFC. With that, this game's conclude. We'll be back with another game in the coming time. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And this game, the scoreline remains 8-1 as we conclude it. Thank you for watching.